three quarts or 3 liters if you're on the other system like Canada. Or for the average man, probably about 4 quarts, 4 liters. And I speak with a lot of people, counseling them on their perfect day, and there's zero who are drinking that much water.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? Some people are saying, hey, I live in a very toxic place. I know I've got lots of heavy metals. Or I'm in an apartment building and there's heavy amounts of EMFs, right? Like these recommendations used to be closer to half an ounce per pound. And now Daryl's teaching 3/4 of an ounce. And you know what? If your situation's even worse, then maybe you need even more help because water is a great kind of nullifier in a sense. And that's probably not the right word, Lorraine, right? But it's going to help us to pull things out of our system, right? It's going to allow things to come into it so it can be flushed out. Yeah, what is that special word I'm trying to think of, Lorraine? I don't know if you can think of it, but water
It's
is.
a great conductor too. We are electromagnetic beings, right? And water conducts electricity. So if you're dehydrated, you're missing out. You're missing out. Those electrical currents aren't moving as well. And then all of the fluids in our body, including our blood and lymphatic system, has water in it. So if we're dehydrated, those parts are getting sluggish. So let's drink water that's going to hydrate the body and actually nourish the cells. And when you structure water, it gets rid of, well, no, it puts a different spin on anything negative. So our body knows what has the wrong spin on it and what has the right spin on it. And it only accepts the things that have the right spin on it. And I'm not talking left and right, I'm talking wrong and right.
You're talking vibrationally. Yeah.
Vibrationally, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. It's going to nullify those when you structure water the way nature does it. And that's what our little handheld portable structured water unit does. It moves the water in the same way that nature does so that it will can create that structure, right? It's going to look different underneath a microscope. That's why we're using the word structured water. It's going to look slightly different. It's going to change an electron and it's going to do a few things, but it's going to nullify any of those chemicals that are in the water. We still might see them in a microscope, but they have been nullified. And Dr. Dare Wolfe and his team have really kind of well, first off, I'm going to say nature proves that the structuring water works because we know that our whole system is so overladen with chemicals, right? Our municipal systems feel like they have to keep throwing lots of chemicals in it. And thank goodness there's a big movement in the United States of America to deal with the fluorides and lots of education happening there. So that's fabulous. I'm really happy that's happening in America and that will spill over to other countries. But yeah, they feel like they have to throw all those chemicals into the water to keep it safe in the water systems. That water is going to circulate through that system about 17 times before it goes back through that natural cycle of evaporation, cloud formation, and then precipitation, right? And in that natural cycle, once it gets into the atmosphere, the water molecules are constantly moving and bumping up against each other. And that's what it takes to properly structure water. So that when it comes back down, we know, again, from even just if you want to just say just from all the jets flying, we know those components from the fuel are definitely in the water. We know that our governments are cloud seeding, and so we know there's so much chemical pressure in a lot of ways that when that water comes down, but it's naturally structured, the birds, the bees, the trees, everything is nourished, everything comes back to life. And so that's why we know that structuring the water is how nature does it. So that's how we want to consume it.
Another thing about structured water is it erases the frequency of anybody else or anything negative that touched it. So it gives it back to the way nature would have provided it. So if you want to look into that, I know we've got more information on the structured water, but it does erase the negative energies
Yep.
from anybody who touched it, swam in it, whatever, right?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's a fascinating topic to talk about. And then Dr. Wolf has of course come across the hydrogen cell units, right? That the Illuminati makes in Europe. And so that we feel like that is again helping people increase what their body can do for them, taking that structured water. Um, um, well, pardon me, I'm gonna fib. That's a teeny bit of a fib. In my hydrogen water, right, I am putting reverse osmosis water into it so nothing clogs up the mechanisms of it. Then when it's coming out after I've turned it into hydrogen water, then I'm putting it through my structured water unit. So that's uh that's how you properly do that.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. And we know that the body is from about here down, I believe it's 70% water, 70% water. Plants are 70% water. The earth, 70% water. You know, you gotta, there's something to be said about all that, right? Everything is in sync like that. And from here up, it's higher. It's more like 90%, you know? So we need water. We need and that brain function. Remember, I said water is a good conductor. If the brain doesn't have that water fluidity, it's not gonna your thinking's not gonna be all that great. You think of all our senior citizens, are they drinking water?
mhm,
Probably not. They
no,
might have tea,
mhm,
but not a whole lot of water. So let's
mhm.
get back to Adam's ale, which is the very first drink on earth.
Perfect. I don't think I've ever heard that before. And so we teach that whole plant-based diet, that it's a lifestyle, is not a diet.
No. And again, if you wanted to investigate more about why we are saying that you need to be 85% raw and fresh, you can just put uh, perfect day diet. I think that's what it comes up as right in the book. Yeah.
Sure.
Perfect day diet. And there's lots of information like the 12 rules of doing a perfect day uh, nutrition, not nutrition. You know what I'm trying to say. The diet.
Yes. Yes. The whole plant-based keto style diet for
Thank
sure.
you. That's what I'm talking about. So we want you to get really familiar with using that search button so that you can search out all of these things because there's a reason why, you know, our fruits and vegetables still have that life force energy. They're not dead. They still have energy vibration to give us. And at the end of the day, the only thing my body hangs on to is the vibration or frequency of what I brought in. Everything else physical excretes the body. Either I'm sweating it out, or I'm pooping it out, or I'm peeing it out. Yeah, it's getting out.
Yeah. Yeah. And just notice all those vibrant colors, right? Think of all the individuality and the nutrients that all those different colors are going to bring into our body. And just that lovely fiber in all those, right? Just think of that's just making me really hungry right now, Lorraine.
It's
Yeah,
definitely a beautiful.
avocados,
Yeah.
garlic, peppers, radish, carrots, beets, onions, red peppers. What else do we got in there, my dear?
Um, different
Beans.
lettuces. Yeah.
Yep.
Cabbage. Yeah.
Broccoli.
Beans and peas. Yep.
Is that an artichoke there in the bottom?
It is.
It
Yeah, there's
is.
three of them there.
I'm not a fan of the artichoke. Maybe if you make it for me.
Yeah, it's you definitely have there's a way, and
Okay.
it really is beautiful. It really
Okay.
is beautiful. Yeah. So and then when you're eating these live fruits and vegetables, you want to make sure that you're taking your time to chew. And in your lifestyle guide, you're going to find out why you need to do that. Because if we're not chewing properly, our stomach doesn't have teeth. It can't break it down. So now that beautiful bowl of greens with some carrots and onions and tomatoes and whatever else you put in there, it's not serving the body. it's going to putrefy because the the way you ate it wasn't um, as good as what you should have done. And then if you're sitting down and you're angry or you're upset or you're in a hurry, you're not going to digest. So that's why you need to refer to the ultimate healing guide, that perfect day guide, because these are things kind of I was aware of, but I didn't realize how important they were.
Perfect. Okay. Well, now this is yep, now I want to go home and make a smoothie, love. So that's good. I've got the nutrients. That's amazing. That so we've got, like you said, you've got so many different options in here. We're definitely going to try to do that intermittent fasting, and then when we start eating, this is one of those great choices. Because those nutrients are ready to be absorbed. They're ready to go to work in your body.
And you can find more information on the smoothies in your perfect day guide. So just again, search out smoothies, and then you'll find a bunch of recipes that you can lean on. And
Sounds
then there's that beautiful rainbow salad. And somebody's just, tossing it there. Maybe they're Italian. It's the way the Italians toss.
it is again, it's making me hungry. Yeah.
And when I always tell people when you're making your salad, you want to be really diligent on food combining, right? You're not going to put fruits in with vegetables in a salad. That doesn't work. That's going to slow down the digestion, and that salad is going to end up putrefying. And now you're feeding the bad bacteria, the fungus, and the parasites. So we want to make sure we're doing things right. We're going to make sure there's only one protein source, because if there's more than one protein source, again, it's going to slow down the digestion, and then it's going to putrefy. I remember when I first started making smoothies. I know that was the last slide, but just thought, right? When I first started making smoothies, I would put a ton of stuff in there, and I was using high-end stuff: ashwagandha, chlorella, spirulina, hemp hearts, flaxseed. Like I put a ton of stuff in there, and I would drink it because I knew all of those things were really good for me. But afterwards, my tummy didn't feel so good. And that's because I wasn't honoring my body. I was putting more than one protein source. And it's just never going to work. It's just never going to work. It's going to putrefy. So was I benefiting from all that good stuff that I put in there? No, I wasn't. But it was something I didn't know, right? So you can't do better until you know better, right, Sandra?
Yep, that's right. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, and let's do some juicing. This can be again a really where and I think the juicing might be even more powerful in one sense than the smoothie because you're getting again it's just so much even easier for your body to uptake, right? And we're going to be very careful to follow the 80-20 rule. 80% veggies, only 20% fruit. And I got to really love my carrot juice. And after I got really onto it, I didn't even need any orange juice in it. I was drinking, in the very beginning, I was doing a liter of carrot juice every day. And I was even carrying it to work. I felt so good on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to have ginger in pretty much everything. But ginger helps with your circulatory system. So if you've got a sluggish circulatory system, throw in ginger. Throw in ginger. It's an amazing thing. And I don't know, I just love the taste. I can't get enough of it. And
For sure.
again, looking in the Perfect Day Lifestyle Guide and look at juicing. And I know they've got a part for juicing for different conditions. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of recipes you can do, and then there's just juicing.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so some of the external therapies that we like to teach is the belly button therapy and the clapping for health. So you've got documents that you can download. You'll be able to search that within the guide as well, right? So for more information and videos, go to the external and internal therapies. Or the Clapping for Health guide, free at the dodlibrary.com or the bhnapp.com to learn.
So the belly button therapy, this is the one that you're underneath your belly button is a gland that is connected to over 70,000 nerve endings. When you stimulate 70,000 nerve endings, you actually get more mobility, more stability, more flexibility, and you create more dopamine, endorphins, serotonin, and another one.
Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins.
Okay, oxytocin. That's what I missed.
There you go.
These are our happy hormones. And when you're doing the belly button therapy, you are doing it in the direction that the large intestine flows. So you're going to be able to open up areas of stagnation. You'll be able to feel where there's scar tissue in the body, or maybe you've got a lump or a bump, a fibroid in there, and now you can feel where it is. You know, the best time to be doing this is first thing in the morning, last thing at night, because belly button therapy is going to push you into that parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is the only place the body will heal. So we want to be there. And then the clapping. Clapping, first of all, is going to tonify the skin, tonify the muscles. It's going to bring attention to whatever area you're clapping. So if you've got some swelling or calcification that you're trying to get rid of, when you're clapping, it is like a small injury, and you're going to create stem cells right there. And just the clapping is going to help to get rid of crystallization, calcification, scar tissue. This is an amazing thing to be doing. You can't stay in a state of anxiety or depression when you're clapping, because clapping is bringing the body right to the now, right to the now. We're only thinking or feeling what we're doing. That's it. So I encourage the people that I counsel to be clapping the lymphatic system, because that is usually the system that gets clogged up in most people. So when we can get the garbage trucks going out properly, well, the body's going to be healthier, right? So clapping the lymphatic system, that would be behind the knees, in the groin. The abdominal area has a lot of lymph there, under the arms, the inside of the elbows, and around the neck. And I would say do 10 minutes on each of those spots. And then the next day you do a different spot. And the next day you do a different spot. And do that for 5 weeks every day. And then come tell me how you're feeling.
Exactly. We've got some people saying, hey, is this a book? What is this? So I've just shared the link, the pdgfree.com. That stands for Perfect Day Guide, free.com, so that you can download this beautiful health manual that we're talking about today.
And then we've got the pelvic the lengthen, strengthen, and tone exercises. So we've got the 3 pelvic activation squats, and everybody has problem in the pelvic area. I don't care who you are. If you're not eating properly, you're not eliminating properly, and this is our biggest problem. Most people are constipated and compacted. So we've got to get things moving. And part of that is tonifying things so that the tone of the tissue can actually do the work that it's supposed to do. So the 3 pelvic activation squats, you can find them in that Perfect Day Lifestyle. It's going to be pictures and explanation. And if you want to see actual videos, you can go to the app, so bhnapp.com, under Evolve, and look at the do-it-yourself healing guide, I believe it is. So the crab stretch is more about loosening up the shoulders and the neck. Women especially, we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. I would say more men, it's lower back. So the pelvic activation squats, especially the one where you're stretching, would be helpful. And then the chiroplate. So the chiroplate is going to give you more connection from that spinal column up into the brain and back. That's what we're doing. We're opening up the lines of communication right there. Sandra, do you need to add anything?
No, I think you did love, great love. Yeah. Let's take care of your skin. What all can we do for your skin? We love talking about dry skin brushing. We love talking about salt scrubs and different versions of that. And we love talking about castor oil, right? We've got so much to chat about. So let's chat about dry skin brushing first. That is going to gently detox your skin each and every day. It is a very important step for keeping pain, inflammation, and diseases at bay. So you can, again, word search dry skin brush in the document.
And I would say for dry skin brushing too, our skin is our biggest organ. So if you've got a lot of dead skin on your skin, your skin's it's not going to be able to detox properly. And this is a huge detoxification system. So yeah, let's dry skin brush. Let's get the dry skin off, and then maybe do a salt scrub after that.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got salt scrubs, Epsom salt glow, a cocoa salt glow, cayenne salt glow, right? So lots of different options there for you. It's lovely to do this before you shower. My favorite for a while was certainly to skin brush and then do a cocoa salt glow. And I still have some of that cocoa salt glow in the shower. And lately, I've been scrubbing my knees, my elbows, and my underpits. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on lately is my joints and doing a little bit of a cocoa salt glow there. But if you needed some extra heat, maybe some arthritis or things going on in your hand, or maybe just trying to help some of those fat molecules get moving along. Throw a little bit of cayenne in there and heat that up, right, love?
Yeah. So the cayenne salt glow definitely, you wouldn't want to be doing that on your entire body, but definitely like your elbows, your wrists, your hands. Hands. I would make sure that I washed my hands really good after that because I don't want to get that cayenne in my eyes or anything. But it does feel amazing. That warmth and then the curcumin that goes in there is an amazing thing. If you're using the curcumin cayenne, I know that's what I did when I made it, but definitely, well, curcumin does make your skin yellow. Oh yes, I remember now. I
So
re-
just the cayenne, maybe then, eh?
yeah, just the cayenne. Yeah, I do remember I experimented, and then I took a shower and I was scrubbing with this, and it felt amazing. And then I went to bed and I woke up in the morning. Not only were my pajamas all yellow, so were the bed sheets. So, yeah, that's right. Just the
Yeah.
cayenne.
Maybe curcumin cayenne will just go in the mouth.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
That's fair enough, love. Yeah. No, I had adventures with it. We were talking earlier about our first time taking the course. Yeah, and I had curcumin cayenne all over the floor at the condo there at Daryl's training center. So then of course it got on our socks and so there was little traces of Sandra everywhere.
Yeah, it
Um,
definitely leaves a yellow mark.
Yeah, that's right. So let's chat about beautiful skin and different therapy products for you. Did you want to go a little bit more in this? The clapper, the frankincense for your skin, the Beyond Ormus with magnesium spray, the C60 MCT. I'm wondering, I'm going to grab some of the Miracle Molecule and see how it feels on the skin, if it's too heavy on the skin or not. Diamiso gel or rose cream, silver bullet gel, bright eyes nanofulvic, and your skin brush. So, so many different things that you can do by themselves, do them together, do them in succession for your beautiful skin.
Yeah, and if you had a wound, Maybe you've got a cut or something, using that infinite iodine right there. It might sting a little bit, just, because it's getting whatever stuff that shouldn't be there. And then I would be using the silver bullet gel to help with the healing. I'd be putting that on a cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've also got one more brand new option with the ozone salve. It's excellent for skin applications as well. So, yeah,
Yeah, there you go. I still have to get some to try it out.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Well,
And then we've got seeing and hearing, total perfection and restoration. So many people are talking about tinnitus and vertigo. This is what I've been hearing a lot of people having. So definitely, you want to be doing things like clapping around the ear, clapping around the eye. I would. I'd be nebulizing, right? There's so many things that we can be. I think the next slide is nebulizing, so I won't go into it, but we could be nebulizing. We could be using the ear restore in our ear. You can use the silver bullet gel in your ear, put a blob in, maybe put a warm compress on that, like let it soak right down in there. I would take my ear and I'd do some circles in one direction and circles in the other direction while that was in there. And of course, I would have done some clapping around the ear and into the TMJ joint, just to loosen up some of the calcification, crystallization, scar tissue. If you had a gua sha stone, you could use a gua sha stone around your ear. You could use a gua sha stone around your eye also. Um, what else, Sandra?
yeah. Well, just to let you know, we are basically at 35 past the hour. So,
Okay, we
yeah.
need to
So
speed it up.
what do you want to kind of finish up with?
I think we only have a couple more slides.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Yeah. So a lot of these things that we can be nebulizing will definitely help the lungs for sure. And even the brand new silver product, the silver immunity, that can be nebulized as well. So the silver liquids, you can mix in the bright eyes, then the infinite iodine by itself or with distilled water. The any of the calciumic therapies can be nebulized. So these are all going to be really great things to do for your not only your lungs, but also just getting them into this big cavity up here and in your skull. So lots of help for you there.
Yeah, so it's more than just the nose and the sinuses, the lungs and the blood. It's the heart, it's the eyes, it's even the ears and the brain. I mean, because a cavity, right? Right here.
Yeah,
And then
perfect.
the ultimate coffee enema and the vaginal or rectal infusion. And we know that these are top notch. You can't get any better than these. It's an ultimate coffee enema. Um, and the reason you do that is more about supporting the liver and helping the body with its detoxification process than it is about emptying the large intestine. But it does both. It does both. So you can go from a state of, I don't have any energy, do the ultimate coffee enema, and now I can do my day. I can just do my day, right?
Hmm.
And the vaginal and rectal infusion, you're going to find both of these things. I would be searching in the search bar, ultimate coffee enema, and it comes up in a lot of different stuff, but you'll find the one that has a few pages together. That will be the how and why. And then the vaginal infusion would be the same. Um, that's you'd search vaginal rectal infusion. And when we've got a problem down in the pelvic area, how could we think that something going this way, traveling down 30-ish feet of tube, is still going to have efficacy when it gets down there? It doesn't. It doesn't, or it has very little. So when we can go from the bottom up, the nutraceuticals that we use in these things are very well absorbed in the vagina and in the rectum. So we want to get it in there and get it moving things out, detoxifying, toning the skin, the tissues, and getting rid of any lumps and bumps and whatever else might be living there.
Yeah. So not only is the absorption better, but it's being absorbed better in the exact area that it's needed in. So you're getting both of those benefits for sure.
And then I believe this is the last slide for the talk is the Braveheart 12 loving steps. Um, you are only as healthy as your beliefs, and that is so true. So when you can get this coconut cracked, and it really is an inside job, that's why you need to do those Braveheart 12 loving steps and then maybe graduate onto the Braveheart Intelligence Masterclass and just start learning how important your thoughts are. Sandra?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And what popped into my head was, yeah, well, that's great, but there's so much in life that I can't control. Da 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 da. No, we're wanting you just to slow that thought down to say it is what you believe about yourself or the world around you. There is always going to be things we can't control, but we need to find peace in the moment and we need to realize I remember from the very beginning, it's not only do we need to understand the power of the subconscious brain, but we need to understand the power of our beliefs. So if we can put those two things together, we can make change happen up here. And then we don't, then we look out at the world and we go, oh, right, well, there goes something I can't control. Oh, there goes the other thing that I can't control. Oh, but it doesn't matter anymore. Right. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, and this I put in because I love this quote. You know, Braveheart family means not keeping secrets, not walking on eggshells. I can't tell you the amount of time I spent doing that. Uh, not lying to keep the peace. I did that.
Yeah.
You know, not pretending others are healthy when they are not. Not tiptoeing around the truth. I did that. You know, I did that. Not attending events that derail my healing process. And yeah, I did that too. Not defending poor choices, not engaging in toxic behavior, not remaining loyal to destructive patterns, and not sacrificing my needs in an attempt to fix or save others. And to me, this quote, which is in the book, and I can't remember exactly where right now, but definitely it spoke to me a lot.
That's wonderful, love. I'm gonna look that up right now to find it. But yeah, let's keep going. Healers of the Faith. This is one of the I am so excited about this. I have had the privilege to chat directly with Dr. Judy Mikovits. This is going to be her personal story and the people that she looked to that were kind of fellow warriors, right? In the beginning, she called them heroes of the faith. And now that she said, now that we've all been through COVID and we've made it through and none of us gave up the ghost, everyone remained true to what they taught. She goes, now I'm calling my group healers of the faith. So this is a very special BHN TV special online world event with Dr. Judy Mikovits and 18 world leading healers. Sunday, June 8th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., found on all of our social media channels, and then Q&As that you can participate in Monday live, June 9th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Wednesday live Q&A, June 11th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sign up at bhnuniversity.com.
And then we have Gold Care, and this is another BHN TV special world event. This is Dr. Dana Cranberg-Nill and Dr. Simone Gold, Dr. Daryl Wolfe, and 18 world leading healers. And this is going to be on Sunday, July the 13th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, and then the two Q&As, one on Monday, July the 14th, from 12 p.m. till 2 p.m., and one on Wednesday, July the 13th. This one will be in the evening, 7 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. Sign up again at bhnuniversity.com. Again, another beautiful world event that is free for you to attend. And just remember, we have our perfect day for the perfect May sale, ends Sunday, May the 25th, and it's up to 40% off. Go to docofdetoxstore.com for more information. Oh, goodness. We have Dr. Sage in Stuart, Florida, and he's going to be doing treatments and consults, the heavy metals, the thermography, from June the 6th until June the 10th. You're going to call Deborah 305-342-9559. And he's also doing the Wolfe Non-Surgical starting on the 24th, only a couple of days away, till June the 4th. And you can go to BHN University for more information on that. And he's going to be coming to Calgary, and he's offering the Wolfe Non-Surgical, cell sonic regeneration, thermography, consultations, and heavy metal testing. He is going to be teaching the Wolfe Non-Surgical in Calgary, June the 14th to the 25th. And then on the 26th, he's going to be offering all these things till June the 30th. You're going to give me a call, 403-605-9216, to book an appointment with Dr. Sage for Wolfe Non-Surgical, cell sonic regeneration, thermography, consultations, or heavy metal testing. And my number is 403-605-9216. And
Perfect.
then
I can jump in if you want, love. You're losing breath here. Then he's going to head to St. Louis, Missouri for all those same treatments. You're going to call Tim at 479-215-9592. Then he's heading to Occidental, California, where he's going to be with another master practitioner, Cheryl, July 20th to July 29th. Call 707-322-1979. Los Angeles, call Narin to book July 31st to August 7th, 386-631-4066. Then back up to Montreal, Quebec. You're going to call Christiane August 23rd to September 1st, 438-929-0997. Here is a shot showing all those dates and showing you where he's teaching that Wolfe Non-Surgical: Stuart, Florida, Calgary, Los Angeles. And then we go to one more slide that shows the 2025 course dates. They're in Stuart, Florida right now. The Wolfe Non-Surgical is about to start on May 24th. They're just finishing up the whole life certified right now. And then Calgary, Wolfe Non-Surgical, and the pelvic course starting June 14th. The pelvic course starting June 27th. That's live in person, and it's very powerful to do that course in person. And then on to Los Angeles, California, the Whole Life Coach and the Wolfe Non-Surgical starting September 13th to September 21st for the Whole Life Coach. And then the Wolfe Non-Surgical is not till October 8th to October 19th. That's probably making room for him to do treatments, I suppose, right? And then Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, all three courses. Whole Life Coach starting October 29th, and then the Wolfe Non-Surgical starting November 9th, and the Women's Pelvic course the 21st to the 23rd. And they're going to be in studio for that one, planning on doing it live in person and online. Pardon me, love, I forgot the one part. Their USA financing is available for the course load. Head to bhnuniversity.com and go into your course that you're looking for information, and the link into the financing should be in that course information. So we're here to help you learn how to go from patient to healer, from victim to braveheart. And we're also here to let you know about the DoD 5-star Healing and Training Center in beautiful Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico.
And then just know we have fulfillment centers in United States, Canada, and Australia, and we ship worldwide. So shop dodnow.com for more information. And you can become an affiliate partner if you love the DACA Detox products. and you want to make a little commission on that, you can start sharing that information with your friends and family. You can sign up as an affiliate partner by going to docofdetoxpartner.com and earn commissions on your referrals. Yeah. And calling all health professionals and practitioners, if you want to bring in the Doc of Detox nutraceutical products and all the products, you can sign up or call to become a, a, a wholesale buyer. Sorry. And you can call the US direct or WhatsApp number 469-861-9454 and the toll-free number 1-855-900-4544 extension 5, or you can email office.docadetox@gmail.com.
Perfect. If you're interested in having a DoD Power Pack clinic, we want you to have that, right? We want you to get the education. So if you make this purchase, you will get that New World Practitioner course, that free 23-day professional training with every purchase of the Cell Sonic Regeneration and the Cardio Med Bed purchased. Head to dodpowerpack.com. And you can also get that financed as well. So on that site, you're going to see all the information explaining those energy medicine devices for you. And you'll see the link there to apply for financing within the USA. And on bhnuniversity.com, you will see the course information for Whole Life Health Certified and the Wolfe Non-Surgical Certified. Put those two together, and that is called the New World Practitioner.
And the DoD 5-Star World Healing and Training Retreat is in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico. And I believe the next slide has a picture. Yep, there we go. Some pictures of what it looks like. You can come as a family and maybe learn how to do your perfect day protocol, or maybe you want to do some healing. Why not remove yourself from the place that you manifest whatever that was and come to a place that is strictly about your healing. Take yourself away from the environment where you got whatever that was. You can turn your life around. And this place is beautiful, structured, saltwater pool, all the energy medicine machines that you could think of. You can get treatment, you can get Cell Sonic, you can get cardio med bed, and enjoy the sun and the warmth and the sand. It's a beautiful place.
For sure. If you can't get to Ixtapa, Mexico, then Dr. Sage Wolfe can come to you. Give them a call. They can design exactly the package that you're needing, whether it's a certification or a personal treatment and training. Give them a call. Give Dr. Dara Wolfe a call at either one of these numbers, 855-900-4544, extension 5, or the US Direct at 469-861-9454.
And then here's all the prices. Just know that we've kept our prices as low. We brought them down probably about 35%, and we've kept our prices there because we want more people getting this information. So if you truly want to be here now and unleash the healer, get yourself involved. And again, financing available in the US for the Whole Life Coach certified, Wolfe Non-Surgical Certified, or when you take them both together, and the Power Packs.
And then if you're interested in doing that perfect day consultation, you've got two choices. You can sign up with Dr. Daryl Wolfe for $250. That's probably 50% off, right? He's definitely worth that $500 per hour. You can call his assistant directly at either one of these numbers, 855-900-4544, extension 1, or the direct line of 250-980-0554, or someone like myself that's considered a master practitioner. The full price for consultations is $150. I do believe they're on sale right now for $95. So check out that information at perfectdayconsultation.com.
And then
Now,
we have our DACA detox clothing. So we've got the sweatshirts, crack the coconut, we rise together. You know, why not start boasting, not boasting, sharing what you truly believe in, right? You'll get people asking you, what? One law, one love, one world? What's all that about? You know? And then we also have caps. So definitely go to docofdetoxstore.com and check out what we've got. And from what I understand, we are sourcing them from a provider, the provider. And when you order these things, there will be a shipping cost because it's coming from the provider, not from us. And then
yep.
we
And then we just love this app. It is growing and growing, and the people are in there is at the thousands count right now. I do believe I've heard Daryl say several thousand people. So it is the app that is going to unite the world, bhnapp.com. You've got so many options within that app. It's going to help you track your perfect day. It's going to show you the news and events that are happening within the Doc of Detox world. It is going to show you the New World Practitioner map so that you can find your closest practitioner to you. You can click on the tab that says Evolve. That is the world's largest free online library of videos, guides, audios, all for self-healing. The Connect tab is going to help you chat with other brave hearts around the globe, share some posts, just have a laugh, right? And get to know people out there. Then there's the Perfect Match, which is really neat because you're going to have to watch some videos and expose yourself to a little bit of information, and you get through that. Then we all know that we're kind of on the same track. Even we're still individuals, but it kind of gives us a framework of, okay, these are the new rules of self-care and self-love. And if we're each going to do that self-care and self-love, then our union together is going to be 200% instead of just 100%, right? There is also a mindful moment reminder, which is a beautiful Tibetan bell, which will help bring you back into the present moment. You set that up and you set it of how often you want it to go off. So it can be every hour, it can be every whatever, every 2 days. It is nice to have this done several times a day. You hear it. It creates a vibration in your body, even though it's coming out of your phone. It's absolutely amazing, just because of that vibration of how it's tuned, right? So go to BHN app, and you know what that stands for, Brave Heart Nation, bhnapp.com, to unleash yourself.
And then here's all the places that you can find us Audible. And this is the way I like to do my books now. You know, I am driving a lot. I am outside in nature, you know, walking. I don't have a dog, but if I was walking my dog, this would be a good, a good time to be listening to something. You know, just uh, get yourself into all of these beautiful podcasts that we have, that we do, that are going to help raise your body's vibration and change you from being a victim to a hero. And then we have the Ultimate Healing Guide, which is what we're talking about today. That is free to download. You can go to pdgfree.com. And you can also purchase it if you're like me and you like a hard copy, because I like to flip through things, highlight things, bend the corners, all that good stuff. But the online one is the one that's going to actually stay evergreen. So you may have to download the new version if a new version comes out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you've got the best of both worlds, right? So yeah, it's exciting. Even the original versions are going to be absolutely golden to have on hand. And then just every 6 months or a year, just check out downloading the newest version online. And then on the same page, when you go to pdgfree.com, you're also going to see a link for you to download the Healthy to 100. And this is a book that Dr. Darrell Wolfe has written. It is very humorous, and it just gives you a little bit more in depth of what he thinks and why he thinks that way.
And the only permanent health care is self-care, and the only permanent love is self-love. So that's what we're all about, learning how to take care of these beautiful bodies and actually loving your body, yourself, where you are.
Once you do that, you are going to be able to rise to your full potential. And that's because you can fly. You're going to first love yourself. Then it's easy for us to come together when we're all flying and soaring like eagles and not scratching around and pecking like turkeys in the ground, right? We are stronger together and we can rise together. So you're going to use that bhnuniversity.com as if it's your Bible for health, right? Your perfect day guide as the reference, and the BHN app for, again, online access to the library, other people, and other practitioners.
And we've come to the end of our Q&A here. Hopefully you were listening and jotted down some things, and maybe we've got some more questions would be great. But it's time for us to do the Braveheart Oath. So I want everybody just to slow down the breath. I want you to come right back here. Put your hand on your heart. I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before any before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I am love. I am healed. I'm Braveheart, and I am all in. How about you, Sandra?
Absolutely. I'm all in, and it's so much easier to be all in now that I've become a Braveheart. So our invitation, that's not saying it right, is for you to just delve in and learn along with us. We're here for you to help you rise.